Hi guys, Alretian here, welcome to my bonus video. To stay in the trend of yesterday, our garage building, we're gonna be making a garage box. Now the interesting part about this is when I'm finally gonna test out this glass fiber wallpaper texture. I don't know how to call it, how you guys call it. We call it glass fiber. It's simply something you put on a wall that is to hide imperfections on a wall, and you can paint over it. But I love this because it looks like brick, and yeah, and then the good thing about it is that an entire roll, of which I could do more buildings than I can ever set on my boards, is that an entire roll cost me about €6. So I don't know how much that is in dollars, but I'm guessing something along the lines. So I'm really curious to see how the paint is gonna take the brick pattern. So this will be a test piece. But first of all, yeah, we're going to be making our garage box. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So, what did we do? I decided to try the rabbiting technique, which means that on two pieces, you simply cut a 1/2 centimeter and a 1/2 centimeter on both sides. And then in the halfway point, you simply cut with your knife like so. So basically what you do is, you take, I'm gonna use my ruler, you take your knife, you measure 1/2 centimeter and you cut, score it, and then you simply basically cut down the halfway point of your foam board. You will end up with something like this, but just do it for 2 parts because you don't need to do the other 4. Now the measurements of my garage box are 14 centimeters in length and 9 centimeters in height. Okay, so just cut out 4 pieces of 14 in length, 9 centimeters in height. 14 centimeters length, 9 centimeters height. For the doors, I simply took a centimeter from each side of the wall, from this side here, and I measured 5 centimeters in, and did the same with here, and that's what I ended up with. So I cut out these boxes of 5 centimeters in length and 4 centimeters in height. So the garage doors are 5 centimeters length, 4 centimeters height. Okay, 1 centimeter from each side. And you'll end up with this. I took out my, I really love this for this project, my corrugated paper. And that's, of course, simply we are going to glue underneath like we did with our garage building. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so I take my 2 pieces of where I've cut off, well, which I rabbited, or however they call it, cut out the sides of this, and I will simply take my glue gun, run it into the foam like so, and take my front piece and shove that in there like so. Wipe off the excess glue. See how well it holds this way. Seems to be holding out okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same for this side piece here, the rabbited hole, and then for our back wall. I'll be back when that is done. To my opinion, it works and it's nice, but I'm still gonna reinforce the insides with a good amount of hot glue. Just drag my hot glue gun and reinforce the joints, well, the connecting parts. Okay, so that actually looks very nice with this technique. It blends the corners very smoothly, but of course we are going to do something about them because now they are blank and we're gonna put something on the side of it. But first things first, we're going to put our shutters, our garage door, and we're gonna be gluing that inside. The same way we did before. Take our hot glue gun, squirt the hot glue inside on the support parts. Take our take our garage door, shove it in there like so. Align, very important guys, always align the bottom parts. That's very important when you're doing these doors. See? Make sure they are nice and flush at the bottom, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is quickly make a few indentations with my thumb. Give it a little bit of weathering, like so. You don't have to do this, but I like the extra effect. Well, and basically now our garage box is actually almost done. So what is left is glue the roof on top. Got this big piece of foam board, and I'm going to do the same way as I did the roof with the other building. So take my glue gun, simply go and put the glue on top. Gotta hurry this a little bit. Now the glue is nice and runny because it's very warm, but I still have to rush it a little bit. And glue my roof on. See? And simply turn it around with a little weight to it. And my roof is on. Now I am gonna cut the edges off though, guys. It's just the same as I did with my previous building. So I'm gonna take my knife, cut off the edges. For those among you who say, oh, but we prefer the flat rooftop the way it is, you can leave it the way it is, of course, but then you have to be a little bit more precise in how you measure it and glue it on. I just slapped it on. But if you want to, hell yeah, sure, you can do that. Your garage building the building is almost done. Well, it's actually done. For me, I'm simply gonna cut off these side walls here the same way, these sides parts that are sticking out of my roof, the same way as I did with our other building, our garage building. Simply cut them off because I prefer to glue something to the side and make a little cover space on my rooftop. But yeah, there we go. And our final part. Make sure that it's flush. Careful not to cut your fingers, guys. But yeah, look. Wow. A garage box almost finished. Now I'm gonna do the same way what I actually did was take a piece of foam card, put my ruler on top of it, and actually just took the length and the width of the ruler, drew a line, cut it out. It doesn't really matter. Maybe for some who would like to measure, you can, of course. As for me, I'm just gonna glue it on. I don't mind the width of my ruler, so yeah, take my hot glue, take my piece of styrofoam, guesstimate the halfway point, and glue it on. So I'm simply excuse me. I'm simply taking this part, cutting it off. Mind your fingers, guys. Be very careful. Okay? Can't stress that enough. Always be careful, guys. And yeah, same here. Glue it. Take your thing and basically, well, go around your entire building, and I'll be back when that is done. Okay, in the meantime, I take my glue gun, a strand of hot glue down the sides, take a coffee skewer of which I cut off the end, simply cover up this side a little bit, like so, to make those corners look a little bit more embellished, a little bit more nice. Do the same with the other 4 pieces. so. Look for those pieces of where the foam is exposed, just drag the hot glue across it, take your coffee stirrer, glue it on, nothing to it. This is actually a very fun project, guys, and I have a good feeling about these bricks. I'm not sure I'm gonna see until it's painted, but I really have a good feeling, and if that's really works and it comes out looking great, I expect a lot of buildings to be done, guys. I mean, churches, you name it, everything. Okay, so in the meantime our first piece is probably dried, so the hot glue dries quickly, so just simply take our scissors. Look at that! Nice looking garage building. Now you could, if you wanted to, why the hell, why not, while we're at it. Simply take some of the offcuts of the coffee stirrer, glue them on the top parts as well. Will make your building look a little more nicer. So this is actually because I'm actually building this entire building made of offcuts, guys. So as you can imagine, as you all probably know, you do get a lot of offcuts, and well, that's why we never chuck them away. You see what you can do with them, right? Oh yeah, here we go. So basically, to me, the building part, you can even leave those sides on if you wanted to, if you like the look of it. I'm gonna cut them off, of course. Of course, now the fun begins with removing the strings. But yeah, well, simply gonna snip off these pieces. Take a look, guys, in how quickly we can make a garage box. See? Sturdy as hell, nice looking piece. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, so we're painting up our garage. Now I'm using a dry brush of a burnt sienna on this textured wallpaper, and I gotta say, so far I like what I'm seeing. Simply, you know how to dry brush, just swipe it on, gentle strokes. You can always make this color yourself by simply mixing some red and some brown, as we did with the apartment building. So simply see how well the texture of these bricks look on this pattern. Awesome, guys. Okay, so I've base coated, dry brushed a few layers of brick till I'm happy with the result. Now I'm simply going to do the same but with some orange, and I'm going to mix that orange directly into the burnt sienna with what I still have left on my brush. Mix it together. So, and well, you know the drill, guys. Repeat the process. See? I'm gonna need to do several coats, but yeah, basically it's the same steps that we did when we started to make our apartment building. So simply dry brush it till you get that nice brick pattern. You could always do gray bricks if you prefer, guys. Personal preferences, I always say. But yeah, it's looking nice. Okay, so I took my structure paint. You remember this guy? So, and with the previous apartment building, I did the top with a tan. This one I'm simply not gonna put the dark gray underneath. Simply gonna put the structure paint full strength on the top. much on your brickwork as I am doing. But well, simply go like this and let it dry. See, I'm gonna let this one dry. Now, while that is drying, I simply take my smaller brush, and remember those coffee stirrers we glued on the side? And I'm simply gonna paint them up. Still a little wet from the other, but I don't mind. So yeah, simply paint up the coffee sticks, coffee stirrers we've glued on there. It's a nice level of contrast to our garage. See, I'll be back when I've done the other ones. Voila! They're done. Now for the garage doors, I know it's gonna seem like I'm lazy, but I'm simply gonna give them a metallic black and a tan dry brush. But first, take some metallic black. I just like the metallic black for some reason, I don't know why. But I really like the metallic, so now what, I'm actually gonna take my small brush to paint it on, because it's a rather small surface and I don't want to, maybe you guys do that as well. Better take your small brush and simply paint on the metallic black or silver or whatever you guys prefer, of course, but do this with a small brush, guys. It will make it a little bit easier and you won't be having that many touch-ups afterwards. Working off camera, sorry guys. It's not always that easy to do things in front of camera and still stay in a steady position. So yeah, I really like the look of this metallic black, especially for Gotham City or even zombie apocalypse terrain or whatever terrain but yeah, there we go. A nice metallic black sheen on top of it. Also a nice detail, if you want to do this, is as we did with the apartment building, make yourself some scorched brown and start by picking out individual bricks. You don't have to do this, but I like it because to me it gives more of a realistic effect. Try to stay on camera. What I did notice with the paper is that you get a nice brick pattern, but it tends to soak up paint, so probably gonna need to give it, if you want a really light color on your bricks, you are gonna need to give it a lot of layers. That's so far my opinion, but yeah, I really like the texture of it, so I'm gonna continue to use it. Oh yeah, by the way, I've done the insides of the building as well, so as always I'm gonna go over the roof with the black paint. But for now I'm gonna finish doing picking out individual brown bricks, and then I'm gonna do the same with our orange. Okay, so I'll be back when I've done the brown and the orange bricks. Okay. In the meantime, what I did was, as I said, I've picked out the orange bricks around, and I've actually began making myself a mixture of orange. I'll show you here. Simply take some orange, some burnt sienna, some grey, and I'm actually gonna make a new batch of that. Take some orange. There we go. Simply get my grey. Okay, I've made a mixture of the orange, the burnt sienna and my structure paint. Now I'm simply taking my pan skewer, slicing this thing through, like so. Probably gonna be better that I simply just dab it on my pan skewer. It's gonna make things a lot easier. Now what I quickly wanted to show you is when you've done this, look nice, is simply take a little bit of orange, take your brush and start putting dabs of the orange on your pan skewer. Do exactly the same. As you see, I'm not really wrenching out my brush, but do exactly the same with the gray. So first make a mixture and then basically make an entire mucky mess on your pan skewer, and it will look something like this. Then we take our building, place the pan skewer on there and press down, and you get this effect. Now personally I like it. It's something new I've been experimenting with, and I actually kind of like it to make basically just another way to make brick texture, guys, but well, you can see the result, right? In my opinion it looks nice. But you can, if you don't want to do it this way, or you're not happy with the way it turns out, well, simply go with the way I've shown you in the apartment building video and take it from there. Or if you guys have your own technique that works better for you, even better. Stick to what you know, stick to what you're happy with, and you can never go wrong, guys. So see, kind of like this. It's just a different technique I decided to show you. So yeah, there we go. Now, oops, the building got away from me there. Now I like this very much, but I'm still not satisfied about the amount of gray, white. So what I'm gonna do, simply take my pan skewer, quickly grab my scissors, I'll lob off a piece, cut it in half, there we go, and put some more of that gray on there. You can paint it on, of course, guys, but as you see, I'm kind of rushing things and the paint is all over the place, so I'm a messy crafter, you know. Now this is quickly for the bonus video. Normally I would take more time, but yeah, you guys get the idea, right? And simply hit it on your wall, tap it. If you have too much, you can simply smear it out, go back over it with this, but it really doesn't matter, because I'm still gonna put graffiti on top of some of the walls. But yeah, basically, the lighter you tap, the less paint you guys get. See? Very simple. And of course I'm going to do the same at the top. Of our building. So yeah, I've made too much here, but just simply rectify with a lot of things. But there we go. Put some more wash over there if you guys prefer, but basically that is it. Our garage box, car box. And if you still don't like the, because I kind of screwed up here, but I can fix that, no problem. Or I simply put graffiti on it, which I think I will do. But or put wanted posters, and you know, use your imagination, guys. Now, only thing that remains for me is to simply repaint the top of my building, and I'm done. And basically, this is what our garage looks like, standing next to our garage building we made in the previous video. So slide them together, make it look like one, but that would be weird with brickwork, but well, yeah, basically you get the idea. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more to come. See you later, guys. This was already, and take care now. Bye bye.